If there's one huge difference between the average person and the greatest thinkers and innovators that I've studied, it's their ability to organize and build off of their thoughts. Now, one tool that these multimillionaires and these billionaires utilize the most is something so fucking simple: a notebook or a note-taking app. We're about to dive into the power of writing, so lock in. If I ask you if you keep track of your thoughts and ideas consistently and build off of them, what would you say? Probably no, right? Inside of your head is a gold mine, and a lot of people don't even know that. They just see it as this piece of plastic inside of their head that helps them do their day-to-day tasks. When in actuality, it's a mega computer inside of your head that has access to thoughts and ideas from people you've spoken to in the past, content you've consumed, experiences you've had, and even access to God. And these multimillionaires and these billionaires know how to utilize this correctly, so that way they're able to create for themselves and create for others and constantly build their mind and build their wealth. Let's take, for example, Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group, Virgin Airlines, all of that. He's worth $4.8 billion. He says his most prized possession is his little pocket notebook that he takes with him everywhere he goes. And he says it right here in this 2006 interview that this is the most important thing for him to carry around. Yo, he says something so real right here, bro. He says, if you have a thought but don't write it down by the next morning, it may be gone forever. Sum that up, your mind is a receiver, like a radio. If you're tapped into a certain thought pattern, you're able to receive different ideas. And if you don't mark that down, that idea is going to be taken from you and given to somebody else. All of the greatest thinkers and richest people were and are writers. You got Leonardo da Vinci for sure. Benjamin Franklin, he's on the $100 bill for a reason. And also George Lucas, founder of Star Wars, he's worth $4.9 billion. From having conversations with others to just observing their life, they were able to write stuff down on paper, see it in front of their face, and just build something bigger than what it looked like it was on paper. And when you observe yourself and your life at this level, you're able to deconstruct these thoughts that you have and dive deeper into your mind. When you write, you're able to get access to different questions, so that unlocks new answers to your life. So when you unlock new answers to your life, you unlock new experiences and you unlock a new version of yourself. Writing is the key to a clear mind and articulated thoughts, because when you have these thoughts just jumbled up in the back of your head, it's like a wasteland. And if you don't drain them out onto paper, you're going to be overthinking and you're going to be anxious. Bro, every time that I am writing, every time I have those periods of my life where I am writing my thoughts out, my experiences out, life is always better. Because when you speak, you have a filter in this world. That's just how we were brought up, to have filters in our heads, so you can say this or you can't say that. When you write, especially for yourself, you're able to see these thoughts put out on paper in front of you, so there's no filter. Writing also allows you to get the thoughts that are on the forefront of your mind off onto paper at a faster rate than you could if you were just thinking. Think about it. In this day and age, our attention spans are fried. Our minds are just constantly looking and scrolling and looking for validation instantly. When you're writing, it's harder for your attention to waver off because your mind and body are simultaneously working on a task. Your brain is producing these thoughts at a rapid rate, and your hand is physically writing the words out on paper, so it's double the power. Compared to if you're just sitting there and thinking about stuff, your mind is easily able to waver off, and you don't have as much power because you're only using your mind and you're not using your body as well. When you are writing your thoughts out on paper, you are bringing the invisible, which is your mind, to the physical, which is the paper, in the fastest time possible. So right in front of your face, you're able to see, okay, I have to work on this, or this thought has been bothering me. Why is that? When I tell you through this process, you're able to learn about yourself rapidly and see your own thought patterns right in front of your face. Why do you think all the greatest thinkers were writers and all the greatest writers were thinkers? Because they go hand in hand together. You can't do one without the other, bro. You can't think clearly without writing, and you can't write without thinking. Me personally, I love to write by hand, but if you're on the go, by all means, write in your notes app. That's what I do, and it's better if you do that, and then when you get home later, you could write them out on your notebook. Like Richard Branson said, as long as you get those fucking ideas out on the paper, you're Gucci. On top of that, when you write by hand, you're able to grasp the concept that you're writing about a lot deeper because the neural pathways in your brain are firing at a higher rate than if you were typing them. So this way, you're able to sink the information deeper into your mind and not forget it in 2 days. So become a great thinker. Become the greatest thinker that you could possibly be. Because why wouldn't you want to use this fucking mega computer inside of our cranium? And on top of that, a notebook that costs you $5 or less could be where you lay down the foundation or the ideas for you to make millions of dollars or more.